Well, you hope. Gallardo's always been tough on us. I mean, you go back to last year in Texas, things like that. I mean, because he can pitch. He's got a great idea what he's doing, and you figure they get to their bullpen, and that's when it gets really tough because there's not a better bullpen in baseball. So, fortunately we crack through there and then open it up. So, but I don't think you can say enough good things, not only today but what he's been doing all year. So he was really a dominating outing.
John, Travis sort of broke it open with that home run there in the fifth inning. Do you see him doing more and more of that this year like he did early last season, and sort of being the spark plug for this team in a lot of ways?
Well, yeah, I think that's the kind of player he is, and he's got a little more power than people think. We saw that last year, especially before his injury. I think he was leading our team in home runs and RBIs, things like that. So, yeah, it's in there. I mean, he's not a big guy, but he's power packed, but you know what? He's a good hitter. I mean, he's got a great eye at the plate, and he's got that short swing, and he throws line drives all over the place. And if he catches one right, he's got some surprising power.
John, I know there's 2 months left in the season, but today with the crowd, the opponent taking over first place, did it bring back any memories of 2015?
No, but you're exactly right. It's 2 months left.
I know it was an 8-run lead in eighth inning and everything, but is everything okay with Josh? Is he still favoring that calf?
Yeah, it was hamstring tightened up on him. He was legging out that hit, so I don't think it's a big deal.
Hey, John. Cecil had a short but important impact today, I guess. Can you just talk about how important it is for him to round back into form, and if you're seeing that from him?
Yeah, Rosie, I mean, we need him. He's, you look back what he did last year, and last year's over with, but, there wasn't a better reliever in baseball the last 3 months of the season. Coming into this year, I mean, he was a vital go-to guy for us, and, he's had his ups and downs, and then he was out a while with the injuries, and, we're starting to see signs of it, returning, because, I mean, he's very valuable to us, not only just to get, so many good left-handed hitters in our league, not only to get those guys, but he's got to get righties too, and, yeah, little by little, you're starting to see good signs at him.
Perhaps the prime point of separation between you guys and the Orioles is the difference in your starting rotations. I mean, the ERA is a run and change different at this point. Over the course of 162 games, having a big divergence in quality of starting pitching, how does that impact a couple teams in a pennant race?
Well, I don't know. Kansas City won the World Series riding the strength of a bullpen, and, you look over there, Tillman's one of the better pitchers in baseball. Gallardo's always given us fits. Gosman's is on his way to be a hell of a pitcher in this league. So, that they got a lot of weapons over there, and then when you get, like I said earlier, their bullpen's as good as anybody. So, who knows? And what they do is they slug it, they score runs, and that covers them until they get late in the game. So, it's hard to say. Probably in the few years ago and going way back, I think everything was always built around starting rotations. Now, in a lot of ways, the philosophy's changed in baseball when you're forced to do it that way, and nobody has a better bullpen than they do.
John, few teams can say they have the type of production in their 8th and 9th spot in the batting order, but can you just talk about what it means to have a Pilar and a Travis hitting 8, 9 in your order every day?
Well, that's key, especially the way we stack our lineup. Really, the 1 and 2 spots, with Jose, and then, of course, Donaldson, Eddie. And, I mean, those guys the good hitters are naturally in those spots. But, yeah, we stack those guys 1, 2. So it's vital those guys down the bottom get on, so guys, Jose and Josh can drive them in. That's just kind of the way we're set up. And, last year's gone, but, I mean, we were very, very good at getting those guys at the bottom, getting on base, and it kind of opened up everything.
John, Pilar, I think, has 3 2-out RBI hits in this series, and I suppose the odds are with 2 outs you're less likely to score than score. Like, how big is that in the dugout, and they seem to have come at crucial times in these games.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's huge. Especially when you're playing teams like Baltimore that can score in bunches. We're in a great hitting park. Our whole division's like that. So I've said over and over, you never really feel great. And even they made a run there, in the 8th inning, we were able to get out of it. But that's why those add-on runs can make a huge, huge difference. One swing of the bat, and it's a totally different game. So, what was your question?
2-out hits.
2-out hits. Yeah, they're big. 2-out hits that are add-on runs are really big.